Hey guys, Ivan here, and in today's video we got a couple of very interesting bodybuilding updates, and we're starting with a new physique update from Martin Fitzwater. Or do you guys think that this photo is old as well? So in my previous video about Martin, I showed you a couple of photos that he posted. He was at the beach and his conditioning didn't really look like he was prepping for Pittsburgh Pro. It didn't really look like great conditioning for somebody who is 12 weeks out. And also, he said in the caption, off-season dump. Now, a lot of you guys commented in my video and told me that photo dump means it has to be old photos from before, and this is supposed to be a bunch of photos from Martin when he was in his off season, and this is not him right now. So, first of all, guys, I'm only 29 years old. I know what a photo dump means. I never made one, though, but I know what it means, and I even Googled it for you guys who don't know, apparently. And Google says a photo dump is the act of posting multiple pictures from either a specific time span, usually a month or season, or an event, like a holiday, to an image-based social media platform such as Instagram. These photos must be posted in a seemingly incoherent order and be low effort as opposed to being obviously edited. So it says nothing about the photos being old. Even though it's a photo dump, it's basically photos that you have in your photo storage, whether they are from 1 week ago or from a couple of months ago, it doesn't matter. Obviously, Martin's photos were from his holiday that happened at this time when he posted this. He also said sitting in a nice spot right now, mentally and physically. Why would he be posting old photos and saying that he's right now sitting in a nice spot? Also, you guys do remember that he competed at the Prague Pro, which was recently. So even if he went on a vacation right after Prague Pro, he would be in better condition than right here. Before that, he prepped for the Olympia. Before that, he prepped for New York and Detroit Pro. And before that, if he went on a vacation, he wasn't sponsored by Hostile, so he wouldn't be wearing a Hostile hat. So no, this is not old, this is recent. Why is he saying he's in an off-season? I have no idea. The only explanation that I have is that Martin gets in shape really quickly. He's known for that. He doesn't even suffer in his dieting phase. He enjoys it, he loves it. He hates the off-season. He doesn't even do cardio in his prep, and his carbs never really go low. But that does not mean that he's not suffering. I mean, he's not suffering in a way like some people are suffering when doing like a couple of hours of cardio. That's a different way of suffering. When you get in that kind of condition, you will still suffer no matter how much you eat. If your body is burning through everything and you have a low body fat percent, it's still not a lot for you. So I'm sure he's suffering to a point, but his belly is always full and he's not struggling on a cardio machine. So it's easier for him, but that's besides the point. The point that I'm trying to make is he doesn't have to start his prep at 16 weeks out or 20 weeks out or 25 weeks out like some other guys. He can probably start his prep at, 12 weeks out, 11 weeks out, 10 weeks out, and get in condition in time. Also, he prepped for the majority of the past year, and he probably wanted to take a little bit of a break, a little bit of a holiday right before he starts the prep. So that makes sense. And here is a new photo that he just posted. Conditioning here doesn't look much better than it did when he was on a holiday. He does look bigger and fuller because he probably went back to training and he probably started dieting down. He got a little bit harder, a little bit sharper, but not that much. So I'm pretty sure the previous photo is from right now, from a couple of weeks ago, and this is him right now. Is he going to be ready in time? Is he late with conditioning? Again, he gets in shape really fast, and I don't think Nick Walker is in much better conditioning right now. I think he might be slightly more conditioned, but not a lot. So I'm pretty sure Martin can do this. I'm sure he can get in shape quickly and in time, but right now I'm not amazed with his conditioning, and in my opinion we probably should not be amazed with his conditioning at this point. If he was already shredded, I would be worried about how well will his body be able to peak. I mean, it peaked 4 times last year, guys. Detroit, New York, Mr. Olympia, and Prague Pro. And if he stayed in condition, then try to peak again for Pittsburgh or for New York as well, and then for the Mr. Olympia too. And I know he plans on doing, I believe, FIBA or Dubai. I think FIBA is the plan. I think for him, it's so much better to get a little bit out of shape, to relax physically and mentally, and then get in condition at the last moment and try to nail his condition for the Pittsburgh Pro. Now, Martin also is already qualified for the Mr. Olympia. He did that by winning the Prague Pro, so he doesn't have to do Pittsburgh Pro. He doesn't have to qualify. He's doing it for the sake of doing it. I mean, he's probably going to gain a couple of points by the IFBB because that show is organized by Jim Mannion. And, if he wins the prize money as well, that would be amazing. And, another pro win under his belt, that will still be great. But he doesn't have to qualify for the Mr. Olympia. So, I don't know, does he have the drive if he doesn't have that goal? And is his body going to be fresh enough to really be top-notch, like Nick Walker, who really needs to prove himself? I think Nick is far more driven than Martin right now. So I think those are the things that Nick has an advantage over Martin. But I don't know if Martin needs to be 100% to beat Nick. I don't know what's that going to look like on stage, really. Maybe Martin can still beat Nick if he's at 90%, even if Nick is at 100%. Because we don't know what Nick's waist is going to look like, his legs. I mean, Martin is very complete already. He's not as big as Nick in some areas, and overall, they both bring really good condition. Martin is going to have better lines, more aesthetics. Nick is going to have more of a freak factor. So it's really difficult to figure out who is going to win this show until we actually see these guys on stage at Pittsburgh. And that's if Martin is still doing the show. I'm not sure because of that off-season caption, but, if he was out, he would probably announce it at this point. I'm pretty sure he's doing it, and he's gonna try and do like a quick, faster prep. That's the way I see it, that's what I think. If you guys think something else, feel free to tell me down below in the comment section. Before we move on, guys, real quickly, ISO H1 protein, grass-fed whey protein isolate with digestive enzymes by Hostile Supplements. You can get it on the Hostile website. The link is down below in the caption of this video. It's a really high-quality protein powder. It comes in 2 flavors right now, milk chocolate and blueberry donut. If you guys want to try it, just make sure to use the code EVEN10 for a 10% discount. That way you support me and this channel, and you get a really awesome protein powder. So thank you, guys. Alright, the next thing we got is a new physique update from Sergio Oliva. Lately, we've been getting a lot of updates from him, and hopefully this time around he's actually going to compete and look his absolute best. You guys probably remember the last time he competed, he was stuck in Dubai. He had some law issues, so I believe he was in jail for like a month, and then he came to the US, and he looked decent, but that definitely wasn't his best. Before that happened, he actually looked like he was gonna bring something really special, and it didn't happen, so he took another off season, and I think he grew, I think he progressed. And this time around, we might actually see Sergio at his best ever. Now also he has a new coach, Stefan Kinzel, of course. That's something you assume about all the pro bodybuilders. Next time when I talk about bodybuilders who are not coached by Stefan, I'll just say this guy is not coached by Stefan. Otherwise, you should just assume that they are. Anyways, Sergio Oliva right here in this most muscular. And I gotta say, in this physique update, it seems like he did something different with probably with his foot positioning, but with his legs, and now his legs actually look better compared to his previous physique update. Right here, the sweeps actually look decent, the adductors are super massive, so the legs overall look pretty good right here. Now, his upper body, Sergio Oliva is very deceivingly big. Like, you can't really grasp how big he is until he is compared to the other guys, because he's one of the taller bodybuilders in the pro league. And here, his upper body kind of looks like it's a little bit small compared to his legs, but his upper body is not small. This guy is super, super massive, super wide to the shoulders, has super massive arms. He's just really, really big, and I can't wait to see what he's going to look like once he actually gets in condition. Hopefully, his condition is going to be really good, and I believe it will be this year. Now, at the age of 40, he is not a youngster anymore. Or, like I said in one of my previous videos about Sergio, if you guys remember, he is no chicken spring. Instead of saying he is no spring chicken, obviously that was a good fail. I laughed at myself for that after I heard it. Anyways, but really, I believe there is a strong possibility of Sergio actually peaking this year. I think he had some mishaps in his life in the past couple of years, or even longer than that, and that's why he wasn't able to be at his best. But even though he's 40, guys, Sean Roden won the Mr. Olympia at the age of 43. And there are many examples like that. Guys sometimes actually peak a little bit later in life. And if everything clicks for Sergio, not just, with his physique, but also now he has a good coach, and hopefully his life situation is better, hopefully he's in a good relationship and everything like that. If everything clicks, everything really needs to click in order for you to be at your best. If everything does click for Sergio this year, this might be really what we all expected Sergio to be. And it actually might end up looking really good. I believe there's a strong possibility for that. Whatever you guys think about Sergio, tell me down below. Alright, and the next thing we got is a new physique update by Keone Pearson. Deep into his off-season, and this is what Keone looks like right now, and he is absolutely massive. And with this small freaking waist right here, with all the bubbly muscle, it's all circles, guys, literally. The arms look like circles, the shoulders as well, the chest as well, and the legs too. I mean, this is definitely one of the best physiques in the world right now, pound for pound at least. Now, his weight right here is 228, which is actually quite heavy for Keone, especially considering that after the Mr. Olympia, he didn't do a post-show rebound. He didn't rebound, he actually took some time to get healthy. He went off of everything slowly, and he ended up on TRT. He was on TRT for a while, and then he started his off-season. And from what I know, from what I saw actually by talking to his coach, Patrick Tour, I can't really show you the exact numbers, but what I saw from Keone's plan, in the off-season, he doesn't really go that hard at all. He's actually using pretty low amounts. Very little GH actually, and not a huge total milligram amount of anabolics. So he's not really blasting it like a maniac in the off-season. He actually saves himself for the prep. So for that reason, he won't get super heavy, super massive in the off-season, not as much as he could, if that was his goal. I think his goal is to remain insulin sensitive as much as possible and prime his body for prep. And that's when he actually, I wouldn't say grow into the show, but he just keeps getting harder and more conditioned, and he doesn't lose the size. And again, his off-season actually started quite recently, so he'll probably gain more weight. And I think this could be the year when Keone gets, I would say, close to his weight cap in 212. Last year, he was actually 200 pounds. Only 200 pounds. He was bigger than everybody on that stage by far, and he was actually 12 pounds away from the weight cap. And he is not a short guy. I mean, for 212, he definitely is short, but in 212, he is not one of the shorter guys. So he still has a lot of room to progress within the weight cap of the 212. 12 more pounds to be exact. Do I think he's going to gain those 12 pounds this off-season? No, I think that's a little bit unrealistic. If he gets to 208, I think that's optimistic as well. I think he can do that, best case scenario. And then next year he might reach the weight cap, and the year after he actually might go to the Open. But there is still time for that. As of right now, he is focused on winning his third title in the 212, and I'm pretty sure, I'm almost 100% positive that he will win another Mr. Olympia title in 212. But whatever you guys think about whichever part of this video, tell me down below in the comment section. If you guys want to support this channel, get Hostile supplements and use the code EVEN10 for a 10% discount. That's how you help me as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you soon. All the best, and bye-bye.